Okay, so May 24th, we got one of the biggest red candles in the history of Bitcoin, like a 2-week candle, and was a big, massive correction. And now we are trying to stabilize. So basically, we are 1 week. The weekly, basically, this is the weekly, closed really bad. We still are kind of consolidating. Let's see where we go, but I don't think we will come in this week until here. I don't know, of course. We have all this resistance here on this candle top, like 38,200, the weeks, this week here. Also important, the 41.42, plus all the moving average and this trend line as a resistance. But at the moment we stopped here. We have the 50 moving average on the weekly below, and from moving average to the next moving average, we still can range in this area. I don't know if during this week we still can come down. People who bought the dip here, maybe, and all the stop losses that from the bull run that are here, maybe if we come down, we get a liquidation here, get all these stop losses, hold this area, and then move up. So let's see if this happens still during the week, or if we still just grind above the support, which is here and here. This candle close, we just range. So when we close the week, we just try to go higher and then reassess here if we keep on coming higher. Any closes below these on the weekly or monthly candles, we will come down. Closes on the weekly and or on the monthly above this trend line, we will go up somewhere here, and then this is the goal, and then the next goal. So it's area by area, weekly closes and monthly closes, very important to see what we do. Okay, so basically, since we are, the monthly chart for me, it's the most important one. So as we can see, this is a patience game. If we hold these lines, if we hold the 12 exponential here, and we bounced from it, and we close the month above it, basically above this candle here, and this one, we might come up, open the month green, and come to test this moving average, this resistance, this week here, this candle close, and this one. So all this area here will be a big resistance for the bears to try to follow up this red candle and keep on pushing the price down. So we can come to the 21 and the 20, to these moving averages. And here, like here, we can do something like this and just range until we get into the support, and then let's see if we have like a move up and manage to push higher, or if we break down again. So nobody knows. Personally, for me, as I said, as an investor, I will wait here, but as swing trade, I will play this one, I will play this one, I will play this one. All the bounces will make good profits, and it's easy for a stop loss. So for now, 1 week to go. We need to close above the 12. If we close below, we will come here to the 25 area on the 21 moving average, but just below on the 20K, and it's the old previous all-time high, this 19 to 20 area. We have the 20 moving average on the monthly. So all these are supports, and we need to hold this for the bull run, and we can keep on grinding here, up, down, and then reassess if we push higher to all-time highs, or if we just come here and push lower. So it will also depend on the stock market, and everything is correlated. So indicators are pointing down, but we can have a bounce, of course. Okay, so this is the monthly, and it's been quite precise. So remember, we are trying to hold this, and if we hold, next candle on the monthly might be green, or if we can even start red, touch here for a week, and then close the month here. Nobody knows. What matters is that we need to close above this area. The 33 to 32, this is the range that we need to hold during this week. And then we go to the weekly. The weekly is really bad. Of course, the monthly, it was a huge red candle. So we are trying to see, maybe doing a short squeeze. People who are shorting, maybe they get squeezed, or this will happen only after the next month. and for now we still can grind here. Okay, so this is the area we need to hold until here and here, but remember on the weekly we also can see this area during this week. Bear volume indicators are like flat already on the bearish zone, so let's see what we do this week. And now on the daily, so daily we are in this triangle, we do the low, higher low, and we are in this, but all the higher lows we did, all these triangles we did, they broke down. So let's see, we need to start closing above this resistance here, this triangle. If we manage to get a pump to come here and then back down here to test it as support, maybe then we can go higher. Or maybe we just get a green one to close above this area, which is the resistance, and then maybe a follow-up to here, and then reassess if we come down to push higher. Or we come here, yeah, come higher, and then we come to the 21, which is coming down, or the 20, and then, so we can be ranging here for months or weeks. And the target will be here, but the bears will attack on these moving averages. So this is the support band. We have all these buying weeks, as we see, weeks, buying weeks, but many people are buying and we can have another fake out. But in terms of RSI, we are quite oversold, as we can see here below. So I think we will have a rally up sometime in the near future, in the next 2 weeks. So we can come higher. So let's see if we hold this. Target is to close above this area, these 2 candles now. We need to hold. Fibonacci is here. The monthly support is here and here. Plus this trend line, 1 point, 2 points. We can still come down here and try to go up. So we are ranging for now on this area. Let's see what we do. People are scared, but indicators are on the daily are pointing up. If we do the 4 hours, 4 hours, we got a week. We're already above the monthly supports here. We might come to test this and range here. Moving average resistance here, resistance there. So let's see what we do if we have enough strength to close above here, or if we come down and we just range these next days around here, and then let's see if we push higher. And I think we will push higher. Indicator already oversold, trying to come higher. So I think we might hold this to try to push higher. I just don't know. So, and of course, if we look in the monthly or the weekly in the alts, look at like Matic, we went down 70% and we already bounced 30%. Stellar, we went down really also like 70%, 23%. So every time we come down and we see on the alts that we hold some support, on the next day you can make a trade, and then you could have already sold and make, or sell now, and you make really good profits on these bounces. But we need to understand where you are on the market. So if you see, like, this is the monthly, this is like link, for instance, we came exactly to the support here. We are already above the triangle. All this was an area of support, and we bounced already this. And if now we can be ranging here to see if resistance will be here, and then of course the target will be there. But this is resistance, 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 resistance. But this bounce was already a good one, and you could have sold maybe here on this candle close in this area. Okay, so for instance, DOT. If you know about charts, see that this is quite mathematical. Range by range, range by range. We are holding this range, but we can come to this one. So if we hold this one, we can come to here or here. This will be resistance this week here. ADA, Cardano. Then I go to Ethereum. So we got this, but this is the monthly. So let's see how we close this one. If we close red like this, we are still in this range. Actually, it holds quite well. We didn't break down this area, and it's ranging here, but this is like a doji. If we close like this, where you buy it's on these areas from here, and we have the moving average, especially here on this candle close. So just a matter of patience. Even if we go higher, we will sooner or later come and be patient. If we start closing above here, of course we can come at least to this target again and a bit higher, depends on Bitcoin, but this one is a matter of patience. So just to understand, only with the monthly you can understand the areas. This one we came mathematically to this support area, to this candle close, and we are bouncing, but we are in this range, and this is a bearish engulfing. If we close the month like this, it looks quite bad, and we will come down. So it's a bit of like this on all the coins. It depends on what Bitcoin does, but we can get big bounces. So let's see how the month closes. This one we came here and we already bounced this. This was unbelievable. This was red yesterday. We came here, we hold this one and we already bounced here. But of course now resistance will be around here. And this is the support. So we are in this big range now with the target around this area that you can see it on the weekly. And if we go down, if Bitcoin crashes, this is the areas that you will invest. It will bounce here, it's trying to hold here. Look at 2 weeks, we closed still above this week, and now we are just bouncing, but we came down here. We closed above. If we close above here, this is the new range, but if Bitcoin comes down, this can take months. This is the area for an investment in the future. But as long as we hold here, it's fine, and you buy here with stop losses below, and you can range, try to come higher again. Or here, do a higher low, come here, and then back up. And this is the range that you can play as well. Okay, so this is, yeah, that's it. Okay, so anything, it's just everything is the same. Big bearish engulfing on the weekly. So this should be like resistance now until here, and then I see the price coming down here. Of course, this is the area that needs to hold. We came to test this candle close, as we see here, and bounce, but look now, this is resistance, this is resistance. We can even come up, but we can have a week like this and then come down. So it will depend on Bitcoin, or we can just, if we start closing above this one, we can range here, and then let's see if we manage to come to this top. But doesn't look too good. So we are still bounced on support here on the RSI, but we are doing lower highs here on the RSI as well. So this is a big bearish engulfing. If you're an investor, you could just wait, be patient for these lower areas, or even here. So just be patient. You can do a trend line with these candles, with that one as well, but depends on what Bitcoin does this month. You can do something like this, and now just reassess. We just bounce. If we hold this, we can just range here. If we close below here, we will come down to these ones, to this area here, to this candle, or to this one. This is the ranges that weren't tested as support. Okay, so that's it. So be patient. Bitcoin facing resistance. Remember, the weekly was really bad, and I'm seeing maybe this week we still come down here, but then maybe a good buy, and we close the month above the 12. If we close the month above the 12, I already explained what we can do. So if we close the month below this one, we can still be ranging and then come down again. And from here, many people are waiting to buy with big buys, and then we can push higher. I don't think we will come to these areas so early, so we should have a bounce from here, or from here, or from here, to the minimum of this area, and then reassess if we come down for a crash, another correction on this trend line, or if we just hold and keep on going higher on the next months, and then by the end of the year reassess. So many options. What matters is where we close each month and see what the price did on the previous months, on the previous bull runs, what it did. Let's look at gold on the weekly. Gold is looking good, so I think many people left Bitcoin, big institutions, to go for gold. And then if Bitcoin finds some base, they will come back to Bitcoin and they will leave gold. So just showing the gold chart, which is bullish, but profits are slower. So as you see, this is the monthly. We also closed above the 12, bounce up, resistance, and then we come to the 21 and the 20, hold it as support. This is a bull flag, and we broke out. So this can take months. Bitcoin can do the same. If we hold the 12 on the monthly, we can have a rally up, then face resistance, down, hold support, and then reassess, and this can take months to see if we come higher and all-time highs. And then this area basically needs to hold now. On gold, this is what, and the moving average need to